right before we got into that topic, you had said there's a lot of people that have simulation at home or they're evaluating simulation. And then you said that it's important to recreate it as close to the actual environment as possible. It all is about athletic performance in training and practicing. And racing is the one sport that you don't actively practice your craft to get better. You do cardio, you do weightlifting, you get your body right to handle the environment and the conditions, but you're never really, up until simulation is really kind of taken it to the next level, practiced in your own environment. What do you say to someone that is evaluating other technology or our technology all in one conversation? Because we all get lumped in the exact same thing. There's a massive difference between what would be necessary for driver development and athletic performance in building that type of muscle memory versus having a non-motion static unit where they're learning how to race the video game, race the game instead of perfecting their skills. What's your recommendation as a seasoned professional, decorated?
I still believe every moment that you can spend on a proper sim, the better you're going to be. And what we have is a proper sim. Now, if you don't have enough money, and you're going to have to do what you got to do. However, with that being said, the technology is out there, and I do think we're just moments away from manufacturers and series and obviously if you have money, it's easier to get some of these tools than if you don't. But being able to have that teaching and that time behind the wheel, and because when they see the technology, because it's kind of like everything else, everything that gets developed. When we first came out with traction control, nobody wanted it because it applied the brakes, it actually slowed you down, it didn't work very well at all. But you kept at it, and you made improvement, and you kept at it, and you made improvement. And you went back to the suppliers, and you demanded that they had faster processors, and they could, a faster computer, and they had, you drove them to be better. Now we are here today, and people wouldn't do anything to move away from traction control. And I think it's the same thing with the sim. There's been so many different sims out there that create the wrong movement, and people get turned off and they don't want to use it, and they get frustrated. Because I know I've driven enough other sims when I get on them and I go, oh gosh, I hate this thing. It's like, but I had to go through the process to drive it hour after hour. I remember I was on one and it moved, and the movement wasn't great, and the video monitor was mounted to the sled and it was vibrating, and I couldn't keep focus on the road because it was vibrating so bad. I mean, if the tool is wrong, then people aren't going to use it. And just as I made the analogy with traction control, it was so backward initially, but you got to stick with it, and you got to align yourself with manufacturers that are doing a job that we need as a driver, as a team, as a manufacturer, to get that amount of information we need, whether it's driver development or whether we're trying to learn, because we can't test, more things about the car to be able to get an edge on our competition.